Lisa was on a train, struggling to lift her suitcase onto the overhead rack. She wasn't strong enough, and just as it slipped from her hands and dropped to the floor, Mark happened to walk by. He offered to help, and Lisa, a bit embarrassed, accepted. But when she looked up and saw his face, she was taken aback. At that exact moment, the train lurched forward. The sudden movement threw them face to face, and eyes locked in surprise. Lisa bent down to pick up her train ticket and handed it to Mark. But as she stood up, she suddenly vomited, right onto him. Mark had no choice but to head to the bathroom and clean up. By the time he came back, Lisa had already fallen asleep. Later, when Mark woke up, she was gone. Not long after, Mark boarded a long-distance bus. The lingering smell on his clothes made nearby passengers quickly cover their noses. Then he noticed Lisa was on the bus too. Lisa used the opportunity to apologize for what had happened on the train. Mark accepted her apology. As they talked, Lisa found out Mark had mixed up his train ticket and missed his stop, which was why he ended up taking the bus. Even so, he didn't blame her. Midway through the trip, two men boarded the bus and sat next to Lisa. They introduced themselves and tried to make conversation, but Lisa clearly wasn't interested. That didn't stop them from getting pushy. Mark, watching from nearby, stepped in and told them to back off. But one of the guys tried to start a fight. What they didn't know was Mark was a former soldier. He quickly took both of them down with ease. As a result, both Mark and the troublemakers were kicked off the bus. Lisa also decided to get off, which meant Mark had to continue the journey on foot. While walking, Mark surprisingly ran into Lisa again. This time, they officially introduced themselves. Mark was puzzled to see her out here. Lisa explained she was almost home, but she was pregnant and had been abandoned. Her father was strict and old-fashioned. If she showed up without a husband, he'd likely go ballistic over the family's reputation. That's when Mark came up with an idea. What if he pretended to be her husband just for the visit? Then he could leave a note saying he had left her. Lisa thought it might work, but who would actually agree to something like that? Suddenly, Mark called out to her. He said he would do it. Along the way, Mark shared his dream for life after the army. A small but cozy home, a garden where kids and dogs could play, and a decent, stable job. Lisa was deeply thankful, but Mark made it clear. He wasn't just helping her, he was doing it for her unborn child too. As they approached her home, Lisa pointed out the place. They called it Heaven's Edge. Mark opened his suitcase and pulled out 2 chocolate rings. He slipped one onto Lisa's finger, then put the other one on himself. Just then, a gunshot rang out. Mark instantly pulled Lisa down to hide. Moments later, someone approached them.